Lucy is the Public Policy Manager for the Alzheimer's Association Greater Missouri Chapter. So Lucy, thanks for coming on today to talk to us a little bit about your organization.
Thanks for having me.
So can you start by telling folks that might not know too much about the association, what is it and what's your mission? What do you do?
So the Alzheimer's Association is one of the leading voluntary health organizations for Alzheimer's in care, support, and research. Our mission is to really eliminate Alzheimer's disease through the advancement of research, provide and enhance care and support for all that are affected, and reduce the risk of dementia through the promotion of brain health. Some of the resources that we provide as an organization are our 24/7 helpline, some support groups, as well as education classes.
Thank you.
To name a few.
Now, tomorrow's a big day for you all. You've got Memory Day, and
Yes.
you're going to be involved in Jefferson City for it. What is Memory Day?
So Memory Day is our annual state advocacy day where we have hundreds of Missourians come to Jefferson City to educate the elected officials about the Alzheimer's disease, the need for respite assistance, and the support for at-home care.
So now, in that vein, what are some of your current projects and initiatives for 2018?
So for 2018, on the state level, for the Alzheimer's, we are focusing on our respite program. So I can go into that a bit more detailed for you. The Alzheimer's Grant for Respite Fund we're asking it for it to be maintained at $450,000. It's in the budget for the Department of Health and Senior Services, which is in House Bill 10. Respite Assistant provides funds for respite assistance and support in care-related products to families who are taking care of loved ones at home. The program helps a maximum of $2,000 in a span of 2 years, which $2,000 in a span of 2 years is not a lot of money. But the program is very popular. We are able to meet the needs of 800 families or so with the respite grant.
Are you feeling optimistic that the funding will come through?
Yes. Last year we had a little hiccup with the governor's. He wanted to slash our budget in half. It was restored by appropriations and budget committees, and so we're very thankful for that. And then this year, it was still in the governor's budget proposal, which you can never be too sure with politics. And so we're there every year asking the politicians to please don't touch our funding. We do use these. Our families desperately need respite funding.
So for families that might be on the fence and not knowing whether or not they've got a relative or a parent that might be suffering symptoms of Alzheimer's or dementia, what are some of the warning signs that somebody should look out for?
So a huge misconception with Alzheimer's is that it's just part of aging. I'm here to tell you it's not part of aging. Alzheimer's disease, it's different when someone just forgot where they put something, but then quickly remember later on. That's part of aging. But if you put something and you just cannot remember for the life of you, you just cannot figure out where you put something, that's a warning sign that something might not be there for you anymore and your cognitive decline is happening. Whether that's, just figuring out simple tasks that you were able to do before. Like one of my advocates, Pat Etienne, who is a huge volunteer her whole entire life. So she's dealt with computers. One of the first tasks and skill that went away for her was operating a computer. Something she's done her whole entire life. And then now it's taking her longer and longer, and she's forgetting motor tasks that she's had in her entire life. That's not normal. That is a sign to see maybe I should seek out and go to a doctor.
Now, one of the services that you'll provide is in-home, I'm not sure if it's in-home or in-office, but consultations with families.
Right.
Where they can just come ask questions, get more information, booklets, pamphlets, resources available so that they can help make their own decisions. When you're dealing with families, what are some of the most common questions you receive?
When it comes to care consultations, we always recommend just give us a call. Call the helpline. The helpline people are certified nurses and social workers. They can really look into your situation for each individual person. Again, they're not doctors, but they can at least kind of guide you the right way. And if you're just someone that needs to talk about your caregiver and how you're struggling, they can lead you to support groups and education classes to kind of help you with that ease and burden. To go to your question about, what do people ask me? A lot of times people ask me, how do I get involved? the organization sounds great. How do I get involved? How do I help? And how do I accomplish this mission to, end Alzheimer's in this world that we want? Our mission is to live in a world with no Alzheimer's. So how do I get involved and do that? And so I tell them, some people think we just fundraise because the walks are so popular. The walks are so great. And we have them throughout Missouri and throughout the nation, the longest day. But if you're talking to me, the public policy person, I'm going to tell you, hey, you want to get involved? Do some advocates. Become an advocate and help me go to the state legislatures, Jefferson City, and talk to the elected officials. I can give them the facts and figures, but it's your experience as a caregiver, your experience, like Pat Etienne, my advocate, who's 85 and lives with Alzheimer's, coming with me to the in-district congressional meetings to talk to her congresswoman and say, hey, I've been there both sides. I've been a caregiver for my brother. I'm now 85 and living with Alzheimer's. Who would have guessed me caring for my brother, and now I'm the one. We have the same disease, or similar disease. I think he had vascular dementia and she has Alzheimer's. But she's on the different side. So advocates are huge when it comes to our state advocacy because it resonates with our elected officials. And I hope when we go to Memory Day, and I have over 175 advocates coming to Jefferson City tomorrow, that they hear us and see the purple, that we're there because it affects everybody. It does not discriminate. Red or blue, it's a purple issue. It does not discriminate anybody, which I think is fabulous, and it should bring us together as a state.
Is there anything that we haven't discussed that you would like to share with viewers at home?
Well, for viewers at home, I do suggest that get involved, whether that's to volunteer through the walks, through the longest day, through public policy, because public policy, if we can write just one good public policy, it affects thousands. And that will affect families and caregivers, everyone that are being affected by the horrible disease. So I really urge viewers to get involved. If you're not savvy with technology, that's okay. I still would like your experience to come with me to the congressional districts and the state meetings and just talk about your experience. How has it affected you and your loved ones? You don't have to be an expert. I can kind of get you trained and get the information you need, but it's just you being you, talking to your elected officials and reminding them why they need to stand up and vote in budget to support respite funding, to go on the House floor and advocate for us, for our seniors, for our caregivers, and to vote yes. And always think about us now, because in the future, Alzheimer's is really going to be tripling. The numbers are really scary. I think in Missouri right now, we're at 110,000 people who've been diagnosed with 316,000 caregivers. By 2050, that number's going to triple. That's scary. So if we can tackle the problem now and be productive, it's going to help us with our generation to come.
Thank you. Now, it's important to know that the Alzheimer's Association Greater Missouri chapter does have an office right here in Columbia, and it's located at 2400 Bluff Creek Drive. You can also call them at 573-443-8665, and they've got a 1-800 helpline that you can call at 1-800-272-3900, or of course, go straight to their website at alz.org/Greater Missouri. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Until next time.